Welcome to the Social Plunge.
Your blueprint for plumbing and HVAC businesses' social media optimization. With your marketing masterminds, Stephen and Michelle.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Social Plunge podcast, your social media optimization for plumbing and HVAC businesses. I'm here with Michelle and our very own videographer, Norton Rodriguez. How you doing, man?
Hi, Steve, and hi, Michelle. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. And just to recap what we talked about in our last episode, we had our very own Q&A. We hope that our answers reached all of the people that were asking us questions, very good questions about the problems with business manager and the humps that they come in the road.
We can't stress it enough. If you have any additional questions in the future, please ask them to us because we will be making episodes again answering your questions.
Yes.
We really want to hear from you.
Certainly. But in this episode, we're going to be talking about the importance of video marketing with our very own videographer. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to be asking questions. We're going to get in depth. But before we get into that, we're going to have our news flash. Take it away, Michelle.
So, our newsflash today is very closely connected with this episode and the topic at hand, which is video marketing on social media. We really want to discuss this with you because recently news came out that YouTube is declining in social shares and in users because there's such an influx of video content on YouTube. And social media is actually becoming a more popular method for people looking for video online. Really, we want to keep track of these trends and really make note of the fact that Facebook in particular is becoming an enormous source of news and information and video content, and you want to be jumping on that bandwagon because we always want to stay ahead of the curve with these kinds of things. That is today's news flash. Again, make sure that you're still using YouTube because it is still an important platform, but you definitely want to cross-promote and you definitely want to upload natively to each site. For those of you that don't know what that means, you want to upload directly to YouTube or directly through Facebook because each brand favors videos that are uploaded natively.
Yeah, exactly. And just to piggyback off of what you were saying, Michelle, within Facebook now, you're able to optimize your videos by tagging specific service areas. Like, for instance, for our clients, you're able to reach a bigger demographic now than just, the regular organic reach that you would usually reach on a regular basis.
Absolutely. And if a post is trending in your community because of all of the people you have liking and sharing it, it'll show up for everyone in that area on the top right-hand corner where it says news. And a lot of people are starting to access that feature. And that's really what this recent news that I wanted to discuss with you guys is all about. So make sure you are posting video content.
So first off, Norton, welcome to the show. We really appreciate you taking some time from, creating all these videos that you've been doing for our clients. And first off, just tell us a little about yourself, your experiences, as well as what you do here at Plumbing and HVAC SEO.
Yeah, I studied TV productions many years ago. I've been in the business of producing television and video content for about 28 years. Oh, wow. I've also done independent feature films as well. Nothing major, very independent stuff. I've done around 7 of them. So I come from the feature filmmaking background and mostly entertainment content. This is very interesting what I'm doing now because it's usually for marketing.
Right.
Of course, I've done a lot of commercials, TV commercials and everything, but I believe this content is a little different. Now when you enter the YouTube, and YouTube has opened up a whole new realm completely, and the videos are becoming more personal for the clients. I mean, you can have a better connection with your listeners or followers through video content, and as a producer, you can actually create videos that are a little more entertaining, a little more open, not as the regular TV commercials like, hello, I'm so-and-so here.
Very conformed.
Yeah, very conformed stuff. This is a little more loose.
We actually saw a couple of videos that you created for some of our clients, and excellent quality. I mean, it's one thing, when you see specific videos on YouTube, but when you see this specific quality, it really entices entices a lot more people to be with the brand, and
Yes.
top of mind of the plumbing and HVAC company.
And we've discussed this before on the show. In the world of marketing, the trend is definitely heading towards storytelling and
Yes.
very compelling content that reveals more branding than, the average infomercial or something like that. So
Yes.
kind of being able to translate the quality of a film into our marketing is really exciting.
It really is.
Something that is said about quality is that quality sells. In the business of marketing television,
Always,
Oh, of
yeah.
course.
marketing always sells. So the important key is to really create a compelling video that first of all has the video quality
Right,
first, and
right.
then everything else follows. I know
That
you-
actually leads into my question, which is I think that for a plumbing and HVAC company, it's difficult to decide what kinds of content will be compelling and what kinds of things to portray to their audience that aren't, a run-of-the-mill advertisement about a special or something like that. So I was just wondering what your take on that would be as far as like shots and images and video content that would be good for one of our clients.
Yeah, I think it is best for a company to start videotaping the workers and their team first of all, because all this content you can edit it together. And in video marketing and YouTube and like you were saying Facebook and all that stuff, you want to have not just one video like normally happens in TV commercials. You
Of
do
course.
one commercial and that's it. Here you want to do at least 10 videos. So you want to start filming maybe the workers, with a nice
want
HD
variety.
camera.
Yeah.
So you have different shots of them working because you want to show also the visitors that, the different projects that you can do. I mean, whether it's cleaning drains or whatever it
Right.
is that they, what they're going to be doing. And you want to have all those different shots and different angles of that. The trucks are very important. Film the trucks driving on the street, coming in, a line of trucks. If you have many of them, if you only have two, well, you have maybe the group shot, very important. You want to show all these things. Even though it's video, you can have them waving.
Yeah.
You can edit it at the end of the video.
Personable. You want to make it personal.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
make it very personal. Again, it doesn't have to be that serious. Video can be made fun these days,
Oh,
to
for
really
sure.
have fun with it.
For sure. And actually, before you were, we brought you up into the team, you actually did a lot of videos working with Josh.
Yes.
I know I know he was doing a lot of YouTube marketing with proposing,
Yes.
his strategies here at Plumbing and HVAC SEO.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, we did a lot of that, and the owner will like also it needs to record videos
Right.
of what they do and everything. Just to make it video just makes it a little more personal, I think, than just a regular
For sure.
website.
It's good to
It
put
gives
in
you that-
imagery. It's good
Yeah,
to put
the
imagery on
imagery.
the company.
People get to know you. Okay, so they feel
Yeah.
they see how you dress, how you speak, and all this actually influences
100%.
a buyer or
For sure. And, here on the Social Plunge podcast, we urge all of our clients and our, future clients to have that social media identity, whether
Yes.
it's video, whether it's
Yes.
posting pictures of your team. And I think that is the most important
Yes.
piece of content that you can have within your plumbing and HVAC company.
People are always drawn to sincerity, so it's
Yeah.
great to have things that are very sincere
Yes.
and paint a good picture of who you really are.
Exactly,
right.
exactly. So we all know that video marketing through YouTube has many benefits, of course, but what would you say is the most beneficial factor with creating these video ads for our plumbing and HVAC company?
I think making it personal. Your video does that, has that personal quality where they want to see the owner actually speaking. They want to see, and sometimes I know there's owners that don't, they may not be very articulate in front of a camera, but even
shy.
camera shy, they can say a few words,
Of course.
in the video here or there, because it's very important that they do come on and say something on camera, and maybe record something like, like every month, a short video, or
Right.
maybe of projects that they're working on. But the video, it just creates that personal relationship. Video is so powerful because people are seeing everything. They can see your eyes. They can, it's a contact that a photograph doesn't give you anything like that. So I would say just create a company video that's very friendly, talks about all the services to really attract the attention. I don't know if I answered your question.
Definitely. And it's one of those things where obviously a lot of these plumbing and HVAC companies, they come into this threshold where it's expense, time management
Yes.
as well. And I think that's always the challenge for these clients, is the time management. And like you were saying, is being camera shy.
Right.
But, you're going to have to get in front of a customer, when you're providing that service. So, I mean, I think it just, you sit back and you're like, if I can do this, then I can communicate with all of my consumers.
That's right.
So another question that I have for you is sort of geared to the members of our audience that maybe don't necessarily have enough of a budget to hire a company to do excellent visual work for them.
Right.
What would you say is a great, easy tool or even just a type of campaign that works really well and is low budget and can really be effective and not costly?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we are providing through HVAC SEO, Plumbing HVAC SEO, we're a package that actually we provide the whole video. We film up to 10 different videos for the client, and we go and visit them whatever state they are, and we actually film all this stuff that we're talking about. Actually, the group shot, the team working. Very visual, very animated, and this is very important. But of course, for someone that may not have a budget, we are also working on an idea where we can provide a website where we can actually even tell them and show them exactly what kind of camera they could use.
Right.
Because definitely they could use something if they don't have a budget. They can get an HD camera. Now thank God with the iPhones.
Yeah, well, nowadays.
iPhone 6, the 6S, now the 4K, the quality is just amazing.
Yes, and now there's video editing programs and applications that you can.
And Mac has the iMovie, which comes free. So those PC has his own system. So I mean, there's not really SKUs. Really, they need to find someone within the company that loves video production. There's always somebody that loves video.
Of course.
So maybe you have that individual like kind of in charge of maybe doing the videotaping in-house stuff.
Right.
And then again, once they have all these different segments of the group shots, people working, waving, and then the owner and maybe managers speaking on camera, they can actually edit something very simple that they could do themselves with a free, like you were saying, editing software and an iPhone.
Yeah, and let me repeat, there's free applications that you're
editing.
able.
Yes,
there's
very
free
simple. People are making movies with them.
Yes.
I know people that have done independent films with free editing software. So now, really, there's no excuse. But we're here to help because I know how it is in the day-to-day work and the job, and I know that, and that's like you were saying, that's the biggest factor. But yes, it can be done. Maybe the video may not be an award-winning video, but it's okay.
Still.
The YouTube crowd will hold that. They actually like it when it looks a little more home.
Oh, of course,
right?
Oh,
home produced, home movie type, produced.
And it actually, it's when it comes down to credibility too. We were the ones who actually behind the scenes of producing this.
Exactly.
And I think that'll entice even more professionalism.
Yes.
And just for instance, if a client or if a plumbing and HVAC company is making video production, they're going to say, okay, well, these guys can do video production. They can certainly clean my drain.
Exactly.
So
quality again sells and makes it.
Of course,
that's a reality. Quality. The host, or really in television they call it host. Here's a spokesperson. If the spokesperson they select to talk in front of the camera are good,
right?
That's very enticing, and it looks very professional. People are really going to believe their company by what this individual is saying and talking. That's very important. I've seen some videos where people really kind of they start not speaking
right.
Maybe they speak like me, but they're good on camera, and that's important. And I'm not good on camera. I know I'm behind the scenes type of guy,
right?
But I don't get in front of the camera because of that same exact reason. You got to know what you're doing. And you guys do a great job.
Oh, well, thank you, Norton. And I only have one more question. I think Michelle actually has another question for you as well. But you might have probably already answered it. But we're emphasizing that we are offering this new package that Norton and Josh is going out and going to your specific company and taking pictures. And I just want you to just briefly explain why our clients should utilize video marketing at this point in time, because it's a topic topic that's continuously getting brought up as far as, getting your company out there, and not even just through YouTube, but you can use these videos for commercial ads, as far
cable.
as exactly. So if you could just briefly explain like why our clients should utilize this.
And I have a very short answer to that. The short answer is because the competition today is smarter and is doing it.
Yeah.
So those have the videos may look a little bigger and more, wow, these people they have that wow factor, the eye candy, we also call it in this business. Oh, look at this guy, look at the trucks or whatever. So yes, they need to do it because video on the internet, a lot of people don't know or understand. I come from television, I do understand this, but the future of video on internet is television. Eventually the web will be television. It will be full video.
For sure.
Full video. It will be some text, always the websites are still going to be there. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's where we're going. And that's why you can see very wisely how YouTube always called it channels. They give channels to people. And why they call it content. That's what it's called in television. Content is, you have a 24-hour, as you know, a television station, and you have to fill 24 hours of entertainment and TV shows. And this is the concept. It's exactly the same way. Now what's happening that each company...
It's just digital now.
It's all digital, but each company is becoming their own television channel, if you come to think about it. And that's what YouTube is pushing everyone to do. So that's why you were asking me why. Well, because it is the future. And we need to start now and start learning the ropes and getting into it. So
and like you were saying, competition. I mean, who are you going to choose? Who are you going to choose over? You're going to choose the company that's actually video marketing themselves on through advertising, rather than the average Joe that's kind of doing billboard or paper.
Yeah, or just a website sitting there and no pictures or nothing. So
we live in an increasingly visual culture, so I think it's so important that we make sure that we're ahead of the curve on every front, and video is something people are consuming more and more of, whereas text, for example, print ads, these kinds of things are becoming more and more obsolete. So we definitely want to keep track of what is happening as far as how people are consuming ads. Video is the future of advertising and marketing, and if you are not doing it, there is no excuse. You should be. So the last question I wanted to ask you, Norton, before we close up this episode, what your favorite tool or trick, or what you think the latest and greatest thing in your videography work is?
My favorite is the advance of the iPhone technology video that you can carry with you everywhere. I mean, before we used to have to rent cameras, buy cameras. The cameras used to be $70,000 to have a quality
big
camera, a lot of money, and it never reached the quality that we have today on an iPhone.
Oh man!
So the iPhone beats those cameras
crazy.
Just 10 years ago.
You can even edit your
exactly.
videos on the
You can
iPhone.
edit now.
It's pretty amazing.
So, like Michelle was saying, no excuse anymore. Let's get the cameras rolling. That's one of the things. The other thing is I use a professional system, which I love. Is Final Cut X for editing. It's a professional system. You do have to learn it, but I love that system. If someone in your company likes video and they would like to learn it, eventually we want to do trainings where we can train and have
that would be great.
Yeah, we're going to be able to do that as well. And even have a video on how to frame, how to record, what microphones to use on the low end, like you were saying, Michelle, the low budget. There's low budget microphones that are with $30. You can have an amazing sound.
Yes.
And sound is very important. Whether you're doing a home style or whatever, if you have bad sound, you ruin the whole thing. I mean, you're not going to look professional. Sound is super important.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about how you can translate some of the digital video work to a commercial. The same goes with sound. So if you have quality sound, you can translate it into a radio commercial, which many plumbers already do. And although it's not as effective as, say, Facebook advertising, it is effective in a way
a lot
to
of our
connect with your community. So.
Yes,
exactly. And just to piggyback what you're saying, radio segments. A lot of our clients have those little segments on their homepage of their website.
Awesome.
You go on the homepage and it has that opening segment of of a jingle or nice. I know a lot of our clients. I'll be plugged in and then all of a sudden the jingle will just kick on because I'm
blare in your ear.
Yeah.
They need to keep in mind that video is entertainment. It's people people are bored out of their mind daily. We all are.
Yeah.
We're all waiting for what's the next thing. So boom, there comes your video, and you did something nice. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. So one thing I would definitely gonna tell everyone that it never. One thing I want to talking about what you're saying. Never record audio. Okay. From the audio of a camera. You know, the little camera has its own microphone.
Yes.
Never use the microphone on a camera to record yourself, because it's the worst audio you will ever hear.
You're not going to pick up anything.
It's not professional at all, and it's not good. You always want to buy, even if you have the camera, you buy an external microphone with a little cable, and then you can put that on your lap,
right?
A tight clip microphone or whatever.
Exactly.
And you will get great sound, and that would help your video. Video is 50% audio, 50% visual.
Oh, for sure. I can't agree with you more there. Cannot agree with you more there. Well, Norton, we really appreciate you being on the show and
Thank you so much
and giving this insight to our clients, to our future clients. This is the Social Plunge podcast. I'm Steve Sparacino.
I'm Michelle Martin.
And here we have Norton Rodriguez, our videographer. Really appreciate your time, guys. And we are
signing off.